Over the past several years, Compassion Corps teams have had the privilege of traveling to Uganda to serve some of the country's most impoverished communities by providing much-needed medical care. The sub-county of Agwata in the Dokolo district of Uganda is one such community. There, our teams have worked to run free clinic days that minister to a local church community as well as its neighbors in the remote villages that surround the church property. On those clinic days, masses of people walk for miles, gather in the field adjacent to the church, and just wait. They wait and they hope that they'll be able to be seen. Our teams put in extra hours, work long days, and yet the lines seem to be never ending. At the close of those clinic days, there are always people, sometimes hundreds of people, who have to go home without receiving care. And when you look at the statistics, it does make sense. There are 40,000 inhabitants of this district, and many are without access to immediate health care there, especially for serious diseases or emergency situations. This past summer, our Compassion Corps team was able to treat several severe cases during our 3 clinic days in Agwata, and we were reminded of just how important even our short medical visits can be. We saw a woman with a large goiter that was affecting her breathing, a little boy in acute kidney failure, an elderly woman with a serious wound to her leg from a plow injury, and an infant who had been badly burned in a fire. These individuals would have never been seen by a medical professional or received the help they needed had our free clinic not been available for them. And then there was Belinda, whose mother had died giving birth to her. When we first met Belinda in the summer of 2014 in another rural village, she was a 4-month-old preemie being raised by her grandmother. She weighed just 4 pounds and was so sick and dehydrated that she had no tears when she cried. Our Compassion Corps volunteer doctor tenderly examined her and determined that she had pneumonia. He gave her a shot of antibiotics, taught her grandmother how to administer oral antibiotics, and how to feed her using a medicine syringe. Team members prayed over little Belinda and reluctantly sent her on her way. The doctor who treated baby Belinda offered little hope of recovery for this sweet girl. He said, "We've done what we can, now it's up to God." And 1 year later, we found her to be a thriving 16-month-old, thrilled to receive a lollipop, but also slightly startled, shedding healthy tears at the sight of the team's white skin. While we are so grateful to have the opportunity to help in this way, a few mobile medical clinic days per year is just not enough. St. Barnabas Church of Agwata, in partnership with Compassion Corps, has resolved to do something about this situation. With the goal of blessing their community with a sustainable, long-term solution, they began work in July of 2014 on the construction of a health center that will effectively meet urgent and chronic medical needs and will improve the overall health of the local population. In 2015, water lines were installed, a solid foundation was laid, and the concrete ground floor was poured. The next several phases will include the raising of the walls, laying of the roof, and installation of plumbing and electric. Compassion Corps has agreed to partner with the church's Health Center Committee, supplying funding for the remainder of the construction. The church has already donated the land and is committed to contributing toward the labor. Once the building is complete, the clinic will be staffed by government-provided medical professionals and will provide local residents with what is currently non-existent: easily accessible quality medical care. The clinic will also serve as a home base for Compassion Corps teams to work in this practical and effective service area of medical care. Doctors, nurses, dentists, optometrists, pharmacists, and support people will go each year to work alongside the clinic staff to conduct training and to lend expertise to what will be an ongoing Indigenous effort. Mother Teresa said, "Where there is great love, there are always great miracles." As the congregation of St. Barnabas Church of Agwata, Uganda, reaches out in an effort to truly love their neighbors, we are believing together with them that great miracles will surely be the result. Please consider how you can help us help them as we work to build this clinic, which will be a blessing to thousands of people for years to come.